everybody, and welcome to Pomeroy Art Academy Breakfast Club. I'm your instructor, John Pomeroy, and today's club is all about how to draw cartoon eyes. So, I've got characters that have eyes that are just basically button eyes, maybe with a highlight on it. My character Tig that I draw all the time for my Pomeroy Art Academy lessons, he's got kind of an eye set up like that. So that's one type of eye, but there's so many other types. If you were drawing a basic human eye on a cartoon character, the eye sits on an eye line. It could be a half crescent eye with a slight eyelash, and no iris, but just a large dark pupil. That's one way that you can go. Another way you can go is, like so many broad, funny cartoon characters that we've grown up with, we have a large forehead and a cheek. We have an eye line. And then we'd have an elongated eye. With an eyebrow up here and flesh being pushed up. Long, equally long pupils. And this eye, I'm trying to have a slight perspective here because I'm drawing this eye relatively smaller than this, just a smidge. So you can get that idea of depth. So there's that. There's the old-fashioned pie cut ideas also. The eyes that we used to see in cartoons of long ago, where the character, their eye was cut out with a little pie cut wedge to assimilate a highlight. I think this is something from the old comic strip era of the turn of the century, because they would do eyes like this, and it just fed into the animation industry. Sometimes the eye would be round with a pie cut, and sometimes they would be long with a pie cut. There's all kinds of different combinations. Some of our characters have large orb eyes, cartoon eyes, eyelashes. I've done some characters like that with that kind of eye configuration. Large pupils, large irises. There's that type of configuration too. If you're doing a female eye, like a princess, have a high forehead, heart-shaped face, and then slightly almond eyes that are at a slight diagonal to the nose. Eyelid, eyelashes coming off the side. And this is one variation for like a princess. A nice eyebrow. A nice full iris and a pupil. And then you can see part of the lid. And then what you could do is you can cast a shadow. And you can even add a few tiny little eyelashes at the bottom. And very slight little nose features, very minimal. And then full lips. But that's one combination of eye. You've got, cartoon eyes. You can go the limit with, any number of cartoon eyes that can just go nuts. Eyes that squash and stretch are fun, where you've got a eyebrow coming down here and one that is in reverse like that, where the eye is actually opened up a little bit here and squashed on this side. So you want to open and expand this side while you're compressing this side over here. You feel the bulge of the cheek there on that side. All kinds of different combinations. If it's a child's eye, let's see, get a configuration here of a baby, an infant's head. The eye line is way low. You have a large rectangular configuration for the cranium. Ears, nice big round cheeks, and then big round eyes. Little eyelashes, little eyebrows, little nose, little mouth. Small little chin, nice big round cheeks. So that's one for an idea for an infant eye. If it's a villain, you can enhance your eyes. Let's say if the structure was kind of a large rectangle that's tapered slightly, long nose, large bulging eyes, and great big huge thick brows. You can bulge those eyes out, really accentuate the eyebrows, and almost create, like a dark shading underneath the eyes to accentuate their bulginess. Add some warts to this guy. So there's a lot of different combinations of eye shapes. And you know what? Sky's the limit. And one of the things that I like to impart also is when you're animating cartoon eyes, think in terms of like a mask. There's the eye line right there for a character. Think in terms of this mask containing the eye shapes. So at the far top of that shape are the brows. At the bottom, maybe some little wrinkles. If I were to color that in, that shape becomes a tool that you can use to squash like that, thinking in terms of that unit as that eye unit, that mask that you can squash and stretch. Then you can stretch it so we got our default eye position here. We got a squeezed squash eye mask there, and then we've got one that's expanded and stretched. So think in terms of that eye mask unit around the eyes that you can move and have fun with. Also, it goes hand in hand with the muzzle and the mouth. All of these are like units that you can use on the face. When you treat them as units, it's easy to keep, the consistency and unity of the face rather than it being disjointed and broken up.